How's it going, everyone? Well, for this video, I am trying out the Glossier foundation. This has been a foundation that I've had my eye on since the moment it came out, but I just didn't really want to follow the hype at the time. I was being, oh, look at my baby, that's Phoebe. I was being stubborn and I was like, nah, I don't want to go with the flow of things or trends, if you will. But I caved. I went to Sephora. My best friend wanted to try this foundation. I was like, why not? I'll mention all of the shades I used in the description box or probably on the screen here. So initially I tried this with the Hourglass foundation brush. I freaking love this brush. I forgot I had it. I cleaned it and it is just, y'all, I know it's expensive, but wow, you can really see how it blends the foundation so beautifully. I've had it for years too, so it was quite an investment when I bought this. The foundation blends in very easily, very seamlessly. It smells delicious, as you saw me say, and I really like the overall finish. It gives a very radiant, natural finish on the skin, as you can see, and it is a medium coverage foundation. I'm sure you can build it up to a full coverage, but I am not really a full coverage gal, especially in the winter because I am extremely dry. I'm also going to be going in and trying the Fenty concealer that just came out. So one eye I am color correcting with the e.l.f. color corrector. One of my favorite color correctors. It's affordable and it does not feel nor look like an added layer under the eye. So that is what I'm doing here. And then of course, oh well, not yet, sorry. I am going with the e.l.f. Brow Wow, I think it's called, brow gel, almost a very close dupe to the Glossier Boy Brow. I'm sure you've seen many close-ups of the Fenty concealer. This is how it looks, really cool doe foot applicator. And I forgot what shade I got, but I'll put it here. And I'm going to be blending it out with my Amicole concealer brush. I absolutely love this one. This is my #1 favorite. I love the way it just fits so perfectly under my under eye. So initially, the concealer, I love the way it applies. It's very smoothing, creamy, and quite lightweight. And I really like that it gives a very soft, natural, blurring finish under my eyes. As you can see, it's pretty medium coverage, and I think it paired very well on top of the e.l.f. color corrector. I usually don't blend in my concealer that high up, by the way. I like to keep that under eye area very natural looking. And then on that eye, I did not go in with any color corrector, and you can tell it is quite medium coverage because you can see the darkness under my eye still. As always, I use the Merit complexion stick to spot conceal, and then I blended that out with the Haus concealer brush, which is also a very great concealer brush, very soft and a little bit bigger than the Amicole. Y'all, this is a underhyped what's it called, bronzer stick. This is by Merit. I thought this was a little too balmy, but right now it's honestly the perfect balmy texture. It's not too slippery and it's not greasy. It blends in so beautifully, and especially for the winter months right now, since it's a lot colder and windier. Oop, my tea is ready. So as I was saying, since it's a lot colder and windier here in Austin, it just really gives that skin a nice moisturized sun-kissed look. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, I went in with the Spectral Shine by Phytosurgeons. This is one of my holy grail products. I really just reach for this product specifically. It gives just the most beautiful natural highlight to the skin, and the camera never does it any justice, but in person, God, just everyone needs to have some spectral shine in their life. Moving on, I went in with the Kulfi blush. I really like this blush. I was shopping my stash here and kind of forgot about this hidden gem. I love that it has a very sheen, kind of glowy finish to it. Very minimal highlight, if you will, but it gives you, yeah, that just beautiful lit from within glow. And I also like that it's not too pigmented. You definitely can build it up, but I like to keep it that way. Then I tried the Haus setting powder. I was very impressed with this powder. I think it just gives the skin a gorgeous, blurred, almost filtered like finish on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel drying. And it just, look at that, the way that it blurred out my under eye. It's amazing. Around the face, it also does not feel too cakey or heavy. It doesn't look cakey either. And like I said, it just gives a gorgeous filtered finish. I have been very impressed. I've tried this powder many times since this video, so definitely recommend. And then I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This setting spray is freaking powerful, y'all, but it really keeps the makeup looking fresh and on all day. I went in with the Natasha Denona palette. I actually restocked on this. I freaking love her eyeshadows. They are luxurious formulas. And this palette in general is gorgeous. The Valentino mascara was a very nice surprise. I really like how fluffy and voluminous it makes my eyelashes. And then I finished up my makeup with the Rare Beauty lip oil. I forgot I had these babies as well. I love how water-like they feel on the lips, and I also like that they stain the lip as well. Giving you a I just drank fruit punch finish on the lips. And then I went in with a Bare Minerals lip liner. You could barely even tell that I put anything on, but I just did it for funsies. And that's pretty much the finished look. This is an up-close look to my makeup. I really, really love the finish of everything, and I'll chat more in the next clip. Okay, not sure if you guys can hear my best friend with the TV outside. I just wanted to touch a little bit on the makeup, and I will definitely do some check-ins. It is a little later in the day now, it's 2:37, but I definitely am going to wear this. It's MLK Day, it's freezing outside, and it's like not safe to drive right now, so I'm going to be wearing it at home. But initial thought, like first impressions, I really love the Glossier foundation. I think it is a really good match, but what I love about it the most is that it is it like really adheres to the skin very nicely. I love that it is a more of a soft, natural finish on my skin. It does not feel drying. I did try it yesterday, but I tried it like after I had done my skincare after I did my skincare hours ago, so it was a little drying on my skin, but right now it looks really, really good, and it looks very skin light, but it really evened out my skin tone very well, because as you can tell in the beginning, I have a lot of redness, I have hyperpigmentation, so it did really well with covering it up, with almost covering it up entirely. So I would say this is more of a medium coverage foundation, which I personally love. And then the concealer, I also tried yesterday, and it was very drying by the end of the night. But like I said, I had put my skincare on hours ago, so this is going to be a little different. Right now, I will say it looks really nice. It is creasing a little bit more on this side, and I'm wondering if that's because I added that color corrector, which is like an additional layer under my eye, which I don't like, but nonetheless, yeah, it's creasing a little more here than it did, on this side. But I would also say it is more of a medium coverage concealer. It is quite buildable, as you guys saw, but nonetheless, I wouldn't say it's like ultra high coverage, but I never wear really high coverage concealer. I like more medium, leaning toward the matte, not completely matte, right in the middle. When it's a little too serum like, it really falls into the creases for me, and when it's too matte, it still overly creases, and then it's really, really dry. But so far this looks really, really good under my eyes. The next product I tried was the Haus setting powder. I did try this in the shade Neutral Peach, which I purposely got this because I wanted something that could potentially neutralize the darkness under my eyes on top of the concealer, and I think it did an amazing job. Let me zoom you guys in. So what I really love about this setting powder is it is not ultra mattifying, which that's what was really hard for me to find, because I tried the Huda, and to me personally it was way too drying under my eye. But this, and matte, this is a very soft blurred finish on my skin. It still kept the radiance, which I absolutely love. You can even see under the eye, it really kept that radiance there. On my face, it really like blurred out any of that greasiness, a little bit of the pores. I don't have really big pores. You can still see them a little bit. I would say that really filled them in and just kind of like blurred out my skin, almost making it look like I have a filter on. So nonetheless, it is a beautiful powder. I'm very curious to see how it will hold up with this concealer. But I will be trying it. It's a mess back there. I will be trying it with one of my favorite concealers, and the Haus Labs concealer, which is also one of my favorites. All in all, right now, I'm very impressed with these three products. I'm very, very happy with how my makeup looks. I haven't done my makeup like this in such a long time. Usually for work, especially right now, I wake up pretty early and I've been sleeping really late. So I've been very like lazy with my makeup. But right now, I'm in love with how this looks, and I miss doing makeup like this, especially my eyes. I haven't used an eyeshadow palette in so long, so it was nice to play with different shades and like blend it out and everything. So I'll do a check-in definitely and see how the makeup is wearing throughout the day. Okay, so I'm gonna do a voiceover on this. I So in this particular moment, I feel like the foundation, as you can tell, was a little too drying on my skin. This was filmed, I would say, early January, so I have tried the Glossier foundation a couple of times with a more moisturizing skincare routine, so it has been wearing a lot better than what it looks like here. The Fenty concealer I did return. I really did not like it. I tried it a couple times after this video and it just creased like crazy on me. I do have a lot of fine lines under the eye, so not all concealers work for me, unfortunately. But yeah, see, it's creasing and it's extremely drying under my eyes. So I'm sorry, but that did make it back to the Sephora store. The powder, I'm still really in love with the Haus Labs powder. I love the blurring effect it has. I love that filter-like finish that it gives my skin. But all in all, those three products, it was fun trying. I'm really happy with the Glossier foundation. I did post a like update on my TikTok saying that I am 80% sure about that foundation. I honestly think it might be an amazing fit in the summer because it's more of a natural kind of leaning on the matte. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and I'll connect with you later. Adios.